Friends, welcome to this video on value creators, the internal and external pillars. Value creators is the fourth dimension when we discuss the framework for creating a lasting business. I have already discussed that overview of that framework as well as three separate videos on vision, value proposition and value delivery. Now this is the fourth in that series and I'll be also creating one more video on value system which is going to follow. Welcome to this video. Any organization is a living organism of people who rally behind it and its vision and create value. A firm's ability to channelize the energy of these value creators has a direct bearing on its longevity and of course growth. Organizations have two driving forces, employees and suppliers of goods and services. While the need to nurture talent of employees is getting well recognized by organizations, the same can't be said about suppliers of goods and services. Often the attitude is employees need to be nurtured and suppliers are to be exploited. This attitude must be changed for creating win-wins. So let us look at the four dimensions that need to be addressed in the context of these value creators. Remember, this framework is addressing not only employees but also external value creators such as suppliers of goods and services. Let us explore those four dimensions. The first dimension which has to be nurtured or addressed in the context of value creators is rewards and recognition. I don't have to elaborate on this. This is the hygiene factor in engaging with any value creator. The second important aspect, which is even more important than reward and recognition, is the opportunity to blossom. Whether the organization provides that opportunity to its talent as well as to its suppliers to be able to grow with the business. Quite often, organizations take a very myopic view and they look at only the talent aspect and provide them opportunities to blossom. That's really a pity because you need to also work with your suppliers and help them grow along with you to create that bonding and mutual loyalty and commitment. The third dimension is emotional ownership. Only when the employees and suppliers know that the organization, the firm, is really there to take care of their interests, only that will build some kind of an emotional ownership among the employees. The other dimensions which of course help in creating the emotional ownership is the bigger vision as well as the value system of the organization and a very fair treatment of every stakeholder. So emotional ownership is also a very important dimension which needs to be nurtured. Quite often people address the ownership or the financial ownership through stock options. But more important than that is the emotional ownership. So there are organizations where people are not as well paid as many others, but yet their commitment to the cause is far more exemplary as compared to people who are so well paid and fed. So emotional ownership can really do wonders more than just the financial reward and ownership. The fourth aspect is the freedom to experiment. People will grow only if they have been given that freedom to experiment. Of course, the freedom has to be within the boundary of organizational purpose, vision, as well as certain systems and discipline which is required, as well as within the constraints of overall risk management. But this freedom to experiment is very critical, without which people just can't grow. They will be just law abiders rather than people who will be entrepreneurs. And only when an organization nurtures entrepreneurs, it creates the levers for growth. So therefore, this freedom to experiment is something very important. So when these four dimensions are addressed together, it creates a superior growth opportunity for the firm because talent and suppliers are the most critical pieces for growth of a firm. Without them, growth is just impossible. Now let us look at the interaction among these four pillars under the category of value creators. So first interaction I'm going to discuss is the reward and recognition aspect, which I called as a hygiene factor, and the opportunity to blossom. When these two things are addressed together, it frees people's mind to be able to make contribution. If people are worried whether they will be given fair reward, and if they're worried about their career, they're not going to make a contribution with a free mind. So the organization has to free up people's minds to be able to enable them to make wonderful contribution. So rewards and recognition and opportunity to blossom have to go hand in hand. Similarly, reward and recognition and emotional ownership together create win-win opportunities among employees and suppliers on one hand and the organization on the other. So the win-win opportunities are created through these two important dimensions. Opportunity to blossom and freedom to experiment ensures that the organization is able to develop a very quick and fast response time to the market, right? So basically, when people have been allowed the freedom to experiment and also they have been given the career opportunities to blossom, the response time of the organization to the market opportunities would be very, very quick. So these two dimensions support organizations' quick response to the marketplace. Lastly, emotional ownership and freedom to experiment actually, if you think about it, create leadership talent pool in the organization. It's only when people are given the freedom to experiment and they have the emotional ownership to the vision and to the organization, they will be with the organization, they would be able to bring the best out of themselves, and that creates a leadership talent pool for the firm. So I hope friends, through this brief video, you have got an idea about which are the four important dimensions which need to be addressed when we are talking about value creators. Do explore this channel, Dr. Abhijit Fadnis, for more such videos, and do give your feedback through comments. Thank you very much.